What's up everyone, it's GladiusBam here and we are in Arma 3. And now before we get started here, I just want to explain that I am using some mods. I'm using the DUWS mod, which is the Dynamic Universal War system, which you can see down here. I'm using the Rebirth version and I'll explain what this is in a second. I'm also using two other mods, and that is High Command Transport mod, which just gives you more options with the high command troops, which I don't know if I'll get into in this video, but if I do, then I do. And then I'm also using what is it? Vcom AI, driving AI, to make the AI driving a lot better, just because in the default Arma 3 they suck. So let's get going here. So what DUWS is what it does is, when you first start off, you choose your main base, and then you can choose how many enemy bases there are. I chose 3 because I wanted a small one. And what it does is makes these enemy bases with varying levels of defenses, and you have to try and take over these bases. Like I said, I chose a small one of 3, but you can go a lot higher than that. And so these enemy bases, and you can send troops up to them and try and take them. And so there's two parts to this mod. There's that part, which is kind of like the overall war, and then there's a smaller mission part for the mod, which if we come into here, we come to this guy. This is like the main settings guy or whatever. We go to request units, then we can select a side mission, and this will load here. It'll just take a second. So now what these are side missions that you can choose, and then you can get a squad and go complete them. So these are kind of like smaller scale, just you and a couple of men, and you try and complete the objectives. Whereas the circled, I don't know if they show on this map, but yeah, here, these circle red areas, I don't know how well you can see that on the recording, just bases with lots of defenses that you can recruit a whole bunch of troops to get, and like tanks and all that, and you try and take these areas. And the bigger the bubble, as you can see, I don't know if you can see this actually, but there's a small red bubble here and a big red bubble here. The smaller the bubble, the easier the target. The bigger the bubble, the harder it is. And so these side missions are just small ones that you choose to take on yourself or with a small group. And yeah, so there's different missions. They're all randomly generated. So I just did one before, and each time you come into this, they get randomly generated each time. So, Operation Killing Cobra, an enemy truck full of supplies is stuck somewhere. Don't want to do that one. One of our aircraft is being downed somewhere around this position. You must find the pilot and bring it back safely. So the problem with doing that one is that it is right in between these two red areas here, so that will be heavy contact there. A major military infrastructure has been detected around this area. You must destroy it. That one doesn't sound too bad. A friendly patrol has been ambushed and needs to rescue in this area. That wants to kill a high priority target, and that wants to destroy I believe a power supply. Yep. There's one more over here, I think, wasn't there? No. So I think I'm going to go for this Operation Lightning Swordfish. I haven't actually done this mission before, because even though the positions are randomly generated, they're all like the same presets of missions. But they are different each time, like there's different sets of troops and all that. So this one's fairly close, and I'm fairly boxed in here. I've got one enemy position here and then 2 here, so I'm pretty much in a corner here. This is my base here, this flag. So I'm going to go for this one here, and we can accept it. Now the game will also save. So now what I can do is I can come down to request units, and this unit tab here, this is to buy units for my personal squad. So as you can see, I've already got 3 people as a part of my squad. I've got a medic and then 2 riflemen. And then over here we've got squad, and this buys entire squads, but I don't get direct control of them. They are part of the overall mission to take those larger areas, and I can give them move orders, but I can't really tell them, crouch or be stealthy or anything. They have their own leader who gives them orders, and I'll just give them move orders. Just give them waypoints. And then we can buy vehicles here. I've already got a vehicle at the back there. Now down here are some supports that we can buy. So we can buy an armory, which I've already got, which I'll show you in a second. And a helicopter taxi, which will pretty much, so you can put down a location and a helicopter will come pick you up. And then you can put down another location and it'll take you there. So there's all different stuff in here, like you can get mortars and airborne troops to come down to you. Supply drops and all that. And then up here you can see we've got command points and army power. Command points, you need points to buy, as you can see, like 2 CP, 8 CP, and 20 CP for the artillery strike down here. And so just pretty much anything that you want to buy costs command points. And then there's AP, and you can convert 10 CP to 15 AP. And AP you can't buy anything yourself with. But what it is the AI will, so I guess this guy here, he'll automatically buy squads every now and then and give them orders to attack places. So as you can see, we've got one here, TF Lance. I believe that squad's been destroyed. It's just there because it won't disappear until you move to that position and get visual on them. So I believe, but anyway, that was a squad that was brought in this main base with army power and moved up to attack this power relay. Got wiped out at the border right here, I think. And yeah. But that's kind of what the AI does. It only ever buys like 1 unit at a time and sends them off to die. So you really need to organise it yourself. So we've got a destroy mission here, and I'm going to put a marker on that. I haven't actually done this mission before. I've only played this mod a couple of times. And oh yeah, I'll show you the virtual armory thing. So we can come down here to there's Armory 1 and Armory 2. I'm going to show you Armory 2 because that's my favourite. And so here's where you can change like your gun and or your equipment and everything. I have a couple of loadouts that I've made myself, and I just load them up. I don't need to actually access anything there because I've already got all my stuff. So these 3 guys out here are mine. These are all part of my team. I believe this guy here is the medic, and these 2 are riflemen. I've got a medic because if anyone gets injured, the medic has unlimited heals. He can heal as many times as he wants. And if anyone dies, then he can revive them. Except for me. He can't revive me because I'm a player. And if I die, the mission ends. Like right away. There's no respawn in this. So he can't revive me because the mission will be over. So on that note, before we leave, it's always good to save. Because if you die, you can reload. But if you don't save, then you can't reload. So to save, it costs 1 CP. There's also auto saves. So now I'm going to order my troops up here. Now I have voice attack. It's a program, a third-party program that has nothing to do with Arma. You can use it in any game. And what it does is it allows you to turn voice commands into hotkeys for your game. You can do all this through the normal keyboard, and I probably will do some of them because I'll be honest, sometimes voice attack doesn't always work correctly. But so this is what I like to do. So I'll give it a try now. Squad. Regroup.
Return to formation.
So you see now these 3 guys are going to come join me. And it just makes it easier because it's easier to remember voice commands than what it is because there's like 20 million. So if I select one of my guys here, so if I go to our medic here, there is 9 pages of commands, and each one of these commands has their own set of pages to go through. So there's a lot of stuff to remember, whereas voice commands are a lot easier. So if I say like squad, cancel, you see then that cancels the command. I was actually going to give them a command there, but I remembered I don't want to actually do that. So this one I'm going to have to do manually. So I'm going to give Spiegelman, I'm going to put him into the gunner seat. So this is what I mean, I can never remember the commands. So I'm going to put him into the gunner seat of this.
Gunner, get in that vehicle.
Understood.
And then I'm going to put 3. Come on, where is it? Put him in the back.
Board that vehicle.
Copy.
Then F2 and
Ready.
put him in the back as well, just because I want to be the driver.
Copy. Ready.
Okay, so now all them are in. I can get in here. And there's our objective over there. So it's quite loud, the vehicles. Let's check our map here so we don't run into any enemy positions. I'm going to put my squad on hold fire because I don't want them shooting. Squad. Apparently they did that for me. So I'm going to come up to the top here. I'm just going to scout out this area before we come up gung-ho over this hill, because it might be like a tank or something. Now I can do is switch to thermals. See if there's any enemies. There's a guy there. Okay, so we've got enemies moving.
Man, machine gunner, 200 meters, front. I've got a visual. Rifleman, 200 meters, just up ahead.
Okay, so we're going to move this truck up, and then I'm going to get out, and I'm going to fire, I'm going to put them on open fire.
Target in sight.
Squad, open fire.
Fire at will.
Target down. Scratch one.
I think they're all down. So is this a patrol? There's random patrols that you run into from time to time. I don't think they really had anything to do with the objective, because you just run into them. You can be running anywhere on the map and you'll run into them. Not always, but sometimes. So I think that's everyone. I was kind of hoping to shoot someone myself, but okay.
Soldier, 300 meters northeast. Man, 300 meters northeast.
Not really northeast.
Target neutralized.
See if anyone else left alive up there. There was 2 people up there. There's only 1 body. It's kind of hard to tell because like, as you can clearly see, there's a building there, but it's kind of hard to see that through the thermals. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but my audio might be the quality might be a bit iffy, because in order to use voice attack I have to do like a weird setup with my mic controls, like my volumes and all that. So It might be a bit iffy, but I'll see what I can do in editing, see how bad it is and all that. Just want to make sure no one's coming up around. No one's coming up behind. I know our base is behind, but there's also... Rabbits kind of scared me then. There's also enemy bases behind as well. Okay, so let's see. It's over there. So it's up over here. So that goes uphill there. It's higher up there than it is. Squad. Hold fire.
Hold fire.
Gonna go up here, see if I can get a higher view. Also, just want to note that the target's not there, it's anywhere within this bubble. So it might not even be there, it could be like up over on the edge there. Or anything. Squad, open fire.
Weapons free.
Just want to do that because I don't want to get out here and then get nailed by an AI somewhere. That's over. Our objective's over there, but I'm just gonna see unit down there.
AT soldier. 1 click north.
There's a couple of units over there. Squad, hold fire.
Hold fire.
I don't want them shooting down there and giving our position away. So there's no way they can see us from over there. What is my target? I didn't bring any satchels. I should have read the objective. Let's see, what's this got in it? Got a missile there. Don't have any launcher though. Let's see what our guys have got. See, this is what I mean, going for all these bloody menus. Maybe we can't look while they're in there. Here we go. He's not gonna help us with anything.
Waiting. that. Ready.
Guess I'll have to go back. Luckily it's not that far. I'll get to show off another feature then. So this isn't a feature of the mod, this is a feature of Arma, but I don't know how many people know about this. In single player you can speed up time, so let's put it on 4 times. Gonna break the car doing that. Right. Now let's get some satchel. Oh, taking some shots. It's not us actually, I think that's TF Lance just got taken out. I think they were alive and they were retreating or something. They got taken out close, so I'm gonna head up on that ridge. Squad, open fire.
Fire at will.
Oops. I'm just going to leave that there for now. Just in case any soldiers decide to come over that hill. So I'm going to get some satchel charges. Might have to change out to a lighter class. That's a little bit lighter. Okay, so let's go to our, let's see here. I don't know if we need any kind of trigger device. I guess I'm filled up on weight. No. I should be able to get another satchel. Obviously can't fit one in there, but... Nope, obviously not. Oh, we can always come back. Put this on speed up so I can get up here faster. It's more up in this field, I think. Don't want the vehicle to be anywhere near that. Alright. Yeah, hopefully we don't have any trouble setting this off. I've never set a satchel charge before, so... "40 seconds. Did I say 40 seconds? Let's just wait, see if anything happens. Oh, let's give this a go. There we go. See if there's any troops coming in after that. Okay, so let's go down to there, see what happened there. Let's see, where are they? I know they're dead, but who killed them? See, now they've got another task force coming out. But once again, these like randomly spawned ones, they just get sent to their death pretty much, like these guys did. Let's head back to base.
Move
Let's
up.
get all the guys down.
On the way.
So there's a task force heading out there.
Move right.
On the way.
Dismount.
Copy that. Waiting. Waiting. Standing by.
Alright, so that is DUWS. This isn't going to be my last video on it. I'm probably going to do more. That was a bit of a boring mission. Usually, some are more defended. Like I said, the missions are copy and paste, like the same objectives, like blow up a radio tower or rescue a helicopter pilot. But they have varying levels of defense. Some are easy, some are hard. It's really just random. And yeah, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it with a squad, you can do it by yourself, and you also don't have to just do it with a squad. You can buy a task force like you saw over there, and then you can send them off to where you want. You can't control them like I'm controlling these guys. You know how I tell them to get in and out of vehicles, and I can tell them to kneel down or get into the inventory and all that. With the task force, all you can do is give them move orders. So say, move over there or move here, but you can still tell them to move in and help you. You still have very much control over them. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'm definitely going to do more. Hopefully the other videos will be a lot more exciting than this one. Sometimes you get missions like heaps far out that you got to take helicopter transport to. Like right now, I can call in a helicopter taxi to take me from one spot to another, but I didn't need it for that one because it was so close. And you can get like tanks and all that. And yeah, so anyway, that's DUWS Rebirth. Rebirth is just an updated version of the original version of this mod. And like I said, I'm using Vcom Driving AI mod, which you didn't get to see in action there because no AI was driving. But if they were, you'd see it. And I'm also using the High Command Transport mod, which does allow you a little bit more options, like you can tell the troops to get inside vehicles and that, the high command troops, but by default you can't. So anyway, that's it, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.